Hello everybody and welcome back to Madden 2005, and we are here looking over some standings. The Titans and Ravens have clinched their divisions. I think they've already clinched their spots. They did in the last video, but they've clinched their divisions both. The Chargers still sitting here now with the AFC West still within reach. The Broncos also still in the mix at 9-5 as well, who swept us, so they're going to always sit ahead of us here. So we need the Broncos to lose and the Chargers to lose to get back into the driver's seat in the AFC West. We also have the upper hand on the Chiefs, which is our opponent today here, kind of sitting at the 8th spot. But the Jets, who are also 8-6 at the 6th spot, will probably take the 4 seed because they're going to win the AFC East most likely. So the Chiefs are really more like the 7th seed in the AFC, but we have the upper hand on them in the divisional series because we beat them earlier in the season in a 3-point victory after the Chiefs came back on us. It made things difficult, much like the Chargers did in the last video. So this is a very, very important game here because we obviously need to win out, I think, to even keep our AFC West hopes alive. But, you know, that all starts, of course, with beating the Chiefs. Sweeping the Chiefs and sweeping the Chargers and then getting swept by the Broncos is an interesting mixture between our 6 divisional games. But, you know, especially considering the Broncos are still sitting right with us neck and neck in the playoff seeding. So there's no guarantee that we could even beat the Chiefs today and still manage to win the AFC West, because all the Broncos have to do is probably win another game or two, and they might be able to take the division away from us. But the Chargers also, if the Chargers just finish 11-5, you know, they could probably still get it if we manage to lose another game. So it's a lot easier for everyone else in front of us than it is for us to win it. But we need to beat the Chiefs regardless. Playoff hopes still fighting for them. We're still on the line here. If we lose today to the Chiefs, it could really shake up the whole wild card situation in the AFC. So we need to win today. But Priest Holmes is already making things happen as he finds an opening to get a first down, and Philip Buchanan's going to bring him down from behind. You know, the Chiefs with the first down here in our end, but it's already 3rd and 9 just outside the red zone for Kansas City, and their quarterback is going to drop back to pass. He looks over his options, and he finds an open Eddie Kennison for a completion, and that is going to give the Chiefs a 1st and goal here. And I'm trying to look and find, because remember, we had to find their quarterback. I think they still do have Trent Green, but I believe he's injured for like the entirety of the season. So either way. So with goal to go here, once again taking a shot towards the end zone, and it looks like that pass might have been caught. I couldn't tell if that pass was caught or not, but either way, the receiver's going to get caught or going to get brought down outside of the end zone, and so the Kansas City's going to have to rely on special teams. The kick is up, and the kick is good, so 3-0 is going to be the score here in Kansas City, a mucky Arrowhead Stadium, very, very mucky, as we are now going to take over just past midfield on a 3rd and short. Couch back to pass here, flips one out quickly here, and it's Teo Johnson who gets the pass, and he's going to be brought down inside the 30, and now we're going to be moving offensively finally here in the first quarter, but it's going to come to a close still with the Chiefs hanging on to that 3-0 lead after an early drive gave them some pointage. So we're going to start over here in the second quarter here on 1st and 10. Couch back to pass here, looks over his options, fires one at that same spot on the field, and looks like it might have been Jerry Porter. Yeah, it was Jerry Porter. Jerry Porter making a catch along the sidelines here, going to get us a 1st down. So fast forward to 2nd and 9 inside the 15. Couch has to get rid of it quickly here, and it's Justin Gage who's got a nice little step on a couple defenders, and he gets into the end zone for the first Raiders touchdown of the day. So it takes us a little while to crack the scoreboard, but we finally do it, and we made it look easy, but it certainly wasn't. So touchdown for the Raiders, 7-3, but Kansas City already moving things across midfield here, back to pass. He's going to take a shot to the left side of the field, and that pass is going to be caught, and by those sleeves, I recognize them. I think it's Johnny Morton with the sleeves. Johnny Morton loves to rock those sleeves. We can't be confused by that, so Kansas City moving the ball once again, a shot downfield into the end zone, and that time it's going to be Dante Hall who makes the catch in the corner of the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Chiefs. So the Chiefs are going to answer back here once again, man. So good for them. Good for them. They're going to answer back. But now we are going to try and answer back if at all possible here. And Jerry Porter's going to get hit across the middle for another nice pickup. And there you see both top receivers of the Chiefs with Pro Bowl selections. And we will look at the Pro Bowl because I think we have a lot. We have a lot every year. But either way, 3rd and 5 inside the red zone for the Raiders. This Couch is going to hand one off to Justin Vargas. Vargas has a little bit of space on the right side of the field. He's going to cut up for a 1st down and a little bit more. Nice little run by by Justin Fargas, and that's going to give us goal to go. But the Chiefs defense forcing a 3rd and goal here. Couch has to get it in the end zone. He throws an interception instead, and we've been seeing those gimme interceptions from Couch all year this year. It's just like Rich Gannon in year number 1, man. It's tough to look at, but with Tim Couch's numbers, you can't really blame him, I guess. I mean, you can blame him for the picks, but I mean, it's hard to really hold much against him. So 10-7 still the score here, and the Chiefs are going to take over here in their own end. And now Tim Rattay is going to pay us back for our interception, as he is going to find Napoleon Harris for a nice interception for the Raiders defense. So we're going to take over now in the Chiefs end. So on 2nd and 10, Couch across the middle, pass is completed for another first down. And now since we are under 2 minutes, we're going to have to move with a little bit of urgency here, if at all possible. 1st and 10, Couch back to pass here. Pocket collapsing, gets rid of it down the middle of the field, and in a whole web of players, it's Jerry Porter who's going to come down with it. Jerry Porter's been performing very well in this game up to this point, and now it's going to be 1st and goal as we're going to run back up to the line. A minute, some change left to go. Couch going to throw for it once again. Flips it out quickly here, and that pass hits this unnamed number 10, who again, he's not on the roster. I don't know who you are. Who are you? It's going to hit him in the hands, and he's not going to be able to catch it. So whoever this mystery person is, it doesn't matter. And now in the next play, we're going to try and give it off to Justin Fargas, who's met in the backfield immediately. So again, still trying to conserve some time here. We're going to run back up to the line and try 3rd and goal. Couch going to throw for it again, and that pass is bobbled around by a bunch of Chiefs, but is going to safely hit the grass, thank goodness. And so with a minute left to go, we're going to bring out Janikowski to at least tie the ball game, if at all possible. The kick is up, and it is good. And so we're going to be knotted up at 10 apiece with a minute left in the first half. But we know that points can happen very quickly in a matter of seconds. And now we have the football back with just 19 seconds left to go. Couch going to throw it down the middle here, and that pass is caught by Justin Gage, and that's going to get us inside the 30. And we're going to call timeout here for 15 seconds. So on 1st and 10, Couch back to pass once again. Hits the middle again. It's going to be Chris Cole for another completion, nowhere near the sidelines to stop the clock. So we're going to try and run up to the line of scrimmage, but we're just going to blow another timeout. We had all 3 of them, so we still have another one left to use. So with 9 seconds, you'd think they might try the field goal, but no, they're going to keep the offense out and try it again. Couch across the middle once again, and it's Justin Gage for another completion to get us inside the 10, and now we're going to blow a timeout with 5 seconds, send out Janikowski for the chip shot, kick is up, and it is good. So we're going to take a 13 now to 10 lead, getting 6 points in just the last minute of the first half. Not terrible. You would have liked to have seen a touchdown out of one of that, but we're keeping competitive with Kansas City. This is a game that we have to win, so playing a little bit conservatively might not be the worst case scenario right now for this team, whose defense has given up so many big leads in the past in this season. So but now Rattay is going to try and move the Chiefs forward. Looks like a completion, which Johnny Morton over on the sidelines might have been close to the first down sticks, but they're going to say he was short. So on 4th down, they're going to bring out special teams for a 51-yard field goal in this terrible weather. The kick is up, and that kick is no good. Probably could have imagined that, man. Between wind and rain and all this stuff, there was no shot. It's got to be cold, too, man. It's got to be like late December that this game is happening. So no shot that was going to be completed. So Tim Couch throws one out towards the sidelines on the right side of the field. Looks like he was hit as he threw it, but Jerry Porter still manages to haul that one in. No one's going to challenge that, but it looks pretty close. But quickly it becomes 3rd and 10 for the Raiders offense. Couch takes a quick drop back, only like a step or two, dumps it off quickly to Jerry Porter and kind of like a receiver screen, and Porter cannot get to the line to gain to extend the drive. So it's going to bring up 4th down here, a 37-yarder for Janikowski now, as we're relying on his foot quite a bit here down the stretch at the end of the season, and he's not really letting us down, at least here in Kansas City, as he nails this one through to give us a 16-10 lead. So across 2 quarters, we've really been fighting just to add 9 points to the scoreboard, man. It's not really changing the tide of the game. Kansas City's still very much involved in this game, and now we're in the 4th quarter, only up by 6 points. But we're back on offense. A score here could really change things, but Tim Couch is instead going to get strip sacked, and now Kansas City's got the ball in plus territory in our own end after another Tim Couch turnover. So he's responsible for all 2 of those today on our end, man. That could be killer for us. And now Rattay dumps it off to Morton in kind of a receiver screen, and Morton's able to cut up field and find an opening here for at least another first down for the Chiefs. And so that's going to bring up a 3rd and short for Kansas City here, as Rattay's going to hand this one off to Priest Holmes. Priest Holmes can't get up to the line. It looks like he might have. I don't know, man. That was a close one. We'll see where they spot it. We might not get a very favorable spot, and we didn't, man. They're going to give Kansas City the first down. So fast forward to a 2nd and 3. They're going to go again with Priest Holmes, and Priest Holmes with some room up the middle is going to get the first down for the Chiefs, and they're just continuing to move slowly but surely, chewing a lot of time off of that clock. So 1st and goal for the Chiefs. Rattay back to pass here. Looks over his options across the middle, and he finds an open receiver, and it's Dante Hall, and the whole boys are piling on him. He gets the whole dog pile as the Chiefs are going to take a lead here pending the point after, and it's going to be 17-16. Now back on offense again as we are struggling here in the 4th quarter. It's Priest Holmes who's going to fumble the football, and the Raiders are going to land on top of it, and it's Napoleon Harris who had the interception earlier, and now he's got the fumble recovery, and the Raiders are moving here in Chiefs territory. But quickly it becomes 3rd and 14 as we're moving the wrong direction. Couch dumps it off quickly across the middle. The pass is made to Justin Gage, but he's nowhere close to the line to gain, and so we're probably going to have to bring out Janikowski for a 50-yarder, man. I don't know about relying on Janikowski for a 50-yarder, and yeah, man, that kick had no shot, man. Even in the elements, I would expect Janikowski to have a little bit better of a shot here. And, I mean, this one actually has some stakes. It's not like last week with the overtime, or, I mean, with the onside kicks that Janikowski was missing those field goals on, like the 52-yarders and stuff. No, man, that one was a huge kick that could have given us the lead against Kansas City. But now the game is completely kind of changed here, as the Chiefs are now moving the other direction. Rattay with another completion across the middle gets the Chiefs to about midfield. So 2nd and 9 here. Under 3 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Priest Holmes on the ground, finds an opening here. He's going to rely on that speed, and he's going to get into the end zone. Tackled in just barely by Derek Gibson and Phil Buchanan, but he's going to be marked in the end zone. So we're going to get a nice little action play from their fullback here. And he's a nice block. That was a good block, man. But the Chiefs are going to score and extend their lead even further. So coming out of the 2-minute warning, we got to get into the end zone. Couch, back to pass, takes a shot downfield, and it's Justin Gage who catches it inside the 15. And now we're going to try and run back up to the line as we need to make up some ground here, man. We've got to make up some ground. It's only an 8-point game, but we got to get into the end zone at the very least. So 1st and 10, Couch takes the snap here again across the middle, and I believe it was Teo Johnson with the reception, and that's going to make it 1st and goal inside the 5. Put it at about the 1-yard line, and we're going to get back up to the line, and Couch going to take the snap, going to throw for it again, not going to hand it off here, throws it to the back of the end zone, and Jerry Porter with a diving catch makes the touchdown catch, the go-ahead, or not go-ahead, but gets us back in this game here, gives us a shot, keeps us alive with a beautiful touchdown catch from Jerry Porter. We love him. We love him. So 2-point conversion is good, and that's going to make it 24-24. But now the Chiefs are going to quickly answer back here. And now it's Eddie Kennison off to the races, leading the caravan, and it's going to be a 71-yard touchdown for the Chiefs, man. And they're going to waste no time scoring. And so all the theatrics just to get up to 24 points tied between the both of us, and just like that, the lead is broken once again, and we know how quickly points can be scored in this game, and we're seeing it just in front of us, just perfectly displayed here as both teams pretty much playing for their playoff lives. Neither team really eliminated from losing. Maybe the Chiefs might be, but either way, this is still, a game that both teams really need to win. And now Tim Couch, a huge shot to Tim Gage. Oh my gosh, I'm choking on my words. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe what's happening. As Justin Gage, I almost said Tim Cage, Justin Gage gets the huge deep shot downfield, and he leads the Chief caravan all the way to the end zone. And now the Raiders are going to at least tie things up here, pending the extra point. And again, I don't know why they showboat so early, man. I don't know why they do that. But 31-31 is the score. But with 50 seconds, the Chiefs have an opportunity here to extend their drive and maybe kick a game-winning field goal. And with 50 seconds left on 3rd and inches, Tim Rattay fires one across the middle of the field, and it's Johnny Morton with a huge completion. And now the Chiefs are in plus territory. They're not exactly in like gimme field goal range. They probably still need to get another first down or so, but they're in a good spot. It'd probably be like a 40 to 50 yarder right now if they were to attempt it right now. So in 2nd and 9, 42 seconds left to go. Priest Holmes bounces outside here, evades Warren Sapp, and he's going to get across the first down marker here, and he's going to get brought down by Clinton Hart. with 38 seconds left to go, and now timeout's going to be a hot commodity around here as the Chiefs are well within field goal range here at the 25, and Priest Holmes continues to seal away our death as he gets another first down, and now we can't even stop the clock, so the Chiefs are going to be able to burn it all the way down and take that field goal attempt with 24 seconds, clock tipping away here. And now they're going to take the shot here. 2 seconds left to go. Kick is up, and it is trending good, and it is good. And the Chiefs are going to walk us off here in Kansas City. So we managed to walk off the Chiefs last week, or not last week, but when we played them earlier in the year. And now the Chiefs pay us back with a walk-off victory in their own house, and that is going to completely shake up the playoff atmosphere and playoff situation in the AFC as the Raiders come up short once again, man. So down the stretch, we've really just struggled to find any level of consistency in the scoreboard, man. That Chargers win was massive, but we really needed to pick up at least a win against the Broncos. This game was a really big winnable game for us as well. Needed to grab that. I mean, all of these games have been winnable, but I wouldn't expect us to beat the Ravens, you know what I mean? But that's a winnable game. We only lose by a point in that game. So these are the kind of games that really got to start looking at coaching staff and figure out where things are not working, where the guys are not disciplined down the stretch here, because this is where we really need our best minds in our best performances from our best players. And it's not like guys are playing all that worse. Tim Couch again with a decent game here. The pick's bad. The fumble was bad too. Maybe take one or two of those things away, and it's a different game. I'm not sure, but I think it's a safe bet. But we have a lot of Pro Bowl talent across the roster too, man. It's a good game. Janikowski missing that field goal, but it's a 50-yarder. I shouldn't be relying on Janikowski to nail a 50-yarder. But looking at the standings again, following the end of the week and stemming up to our game in this week, now the Ravens and the Chargers have officially clinched the West with us losing. So the Chargers won and we lost, so they now take the AFC West. And now the Chiefs sit above us in the wild card standing. So we are just outside in the 6th spot, but the Broncos also lost. So all three of us 9-6. So that's going to take things down to this game against the 5-10 Steelers in the final week of the season. And if we win and Kansas City loses, then we will manage to make it to the playoffs, man. So that's what we're going to be looking for. So hope to see you guys back in Oakland against Pittsburgh.